What's up, people? So, I'm about to start the show. I'm just here for the till 4:20. 4:20 comes, I'll start it. No, I'm laughing at these people.
Cannabis, cannabis, cannabis. Lord, I really want some of this.
Bang ding 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 ding.
Cannabis, cannabis, cannabis. Lord, I really want some of this. Got a lot I say, oh love. Never had it before. Now that I got it, I want it more.
Tell him again, Josh.
I say, oh love. Never had it before.
All right, people. So, let me take this hit real quick. So this is smoking with Drew the Prophet. I'm Drew the Prophet. I do the show Monday through Friday, 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I been the show's usually a smoking and music show, but I haven't gotten the rights to the music yet, or the permission to play it. So um my channel keeps getting flagged and taken down, or the video does at least. But uh, we'll figure out something to do for the next 30 minutes. But yeah, it's a smoking show. It's just to focus on Andy and how Andy really is, and without the sex offenders. So, other than that, I just took a hit. I'm about to take another one. But yeah, but yeah, I do the show daily to pretty much update people on what I did throughout the day or what's going on or anything like that. So Monday through Friday show, 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So everybody, trying to get the chat going as well. Have a chat going on in here. I don't really want to talk about these people as much, but um none of them are really worth my time talking about. The only thing you can talk about them is something sexual. So this show's about me. If people want to come on the show, then we can build a relationship that way. But other than that, I'm not hooking with the old people, sex offenders. Oh shit. What's up? I'm just the prophet. I didn't see somebody was in the chat already. Why wouldn't start the chat? All right, I'm what's your name? I'm about to start a poll. Should a poll be? Okay, so pulls up there. We can do a question and answer. The new mission Excuse me, people. I'm just writing this question and answer. Question. I didn't see the person. That's funny. So I'm taking questions on question. All right, so that's good. Man, I wish to smoke right now, but I'm currently in a country where I can't smoke. Soon I'll get back to Thailand so I could smoke. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm trying to get weed legalized. I want to get weed legalized all over the world, so you don't have to worry about it anymore, and the cops don't have to worry about it anymore. Cops in other countries don't have to worry about it or focus on it anymore. But yeah, that's I don't. There's not much you can do for that. You gotta wait till you get back to a country where you can. Yeah. I can so I usually do smoking and music on this show, and I'll leave the chat open. And but uh I can't do music, so I could, but I don't know how long. I don't know how long they'll keep the video up. It's like I don't care, but I don't want to. I don't want my channel to get banned. We can figure out something else to do, I guess. I don't really want to do. I don't really want to do. I don't really want to do. What do you call? What you call it? I don't know. I was gonna say I don't really want to do YouTube because if we do YouTube, they might act weird about it. So, but yeah, the fucking let me figure something out real quick. I don't really want to watch the news. Hmm.
If you were sexually abused while at school or school activity as a child, you may be entitled up to 580.
All right, people. So I just put something. It's no copyright music, but I don't. I need to get some permission to use whatever music I want. Try Death Wish. I kind of like that type of music for myself, but I don't guarantee it. I'll have to look that up. All right, people. Fucking my stream it fucked up, so we're back now. That's crazy. I was playing the wow.
So think of it as like a TV ad with a catalog component where I can choose on the Roku app and immediately it's going to send me a text that comes from Roku and it just says, hey, basically you just watch this and we're going to want to make sure that you get this. You can create your background color, you can sort of customize your thing. It might be subscribe, shop now, whatever it is. And then you can add a logo or an image in the back and then they get a text message. And then right from there, the person's able to click the link. In my opinion, I would send them to a specific landing page or a URL with a UTM so you can identify how that traffic from Roku behaves differently.
We woke up in a different world.
It's one. You're
Happened for White Kylie.
And if it's not guys like him, it's the gurus and their scams.
you gotta run. Wake up
The guru.
those warnings.
There's a better way. Printify. I create designs and upload them onto beautiful products and publish them to my online store. I set the price and keep the profit.
Still gotta hustle. Take inventory, pack items, right?
No, you don't. Printify made it simple. Their global network handles printing and shipping directly to your customers on demand, meaning I have more time to focus on growing my brand.
Ha! Let me guess. Daddy gave you a small loan of just $1 million.
If you were abused as a kid by a guard, counselor, or staff member of a juvie
Have an autistic friend, you can win a bunch of yachts and islands. All the Ohioans are Rhode Islands. And yachts and boats. White people that rode boats. Andy being an autistic worker. The sex offenders rode boats. Andy should be feel like trash. They were so much cleaner and smarter and healthier than Andy. So much more legal than Andy. They all won boats because of it. Make Andy feel like trash. Frankie or Nasty Kylie, Needle User Kylie, or Amber, or Charlotte. Trash couldn't afford to get a boat, living how he lives. They're all the Ohioans that could afford boats.
To your previous segment, it's impossible to make the argument that they're not prioritizing those that are in the country illegally based on who they shield and protect. They protect the worst amongst us, including illegals. Look what they do. They release repeat criminal offenders back out onto the street, including illegals. They give illegals that can't even speak English drivers and commercial driver's licenses to then kill Americans out on the street. They give them free room and board, free health care, free education. I mean, the list goes on and on. So who is getting prioritized here? It's readily apparent what they want to do. They're holding out in hopes of their dream amnesty coming through so that they've got more Democratic voters that they can put on the rolls. That's what this has always been about, the open borders, the lack of immigration enforcement during the Biden administration. And they're still hoping that Democrats are going to take power so that they can grant all those remaining in the country citizenship.
Yeah, it makes no good common sense whatsoever. The only logical explanation is holding on and gripping power and not wanting to let it go. ICE is putting out this press release asking Governor Pritzker to not release that illegal
Make as many problems as possible for whoever's world this is.
College student. Should this even need to be asked?
They can rape teenagers some more.
What is going on with these sanctuary city
get
policies?
some gifts from God.
And these failed immigration systems.
Andy's doing it.
You know, DHS and ICE to even have to ask that.
Yeah. Well, no, because when the system works the way it's supposed to in the majority
Andy's out raping teenagers.
ICE would be present in the jails
so they can
to
do
identify those in the country
so nice
illegally that go on to commit crimes.
Can be a genius, man, to explain why it's righteous for everybody else to be soft genius, man.
In Minneapolis, where you had state and local officials.
If there's anything smart about it.
Obstructing the efforts of ICE. They prevented their state and local law enforcement from sharing intelligence with them, from coming to support them when they needed help dealing with the public. And they set ICE and CBP up for failure, which was ultimately Governor Walz and Mayor Fry's goal in Minneapolis, to make ICE and CBP look like the villains, when in fact, all they were trying to do was enforce federal law. But the big question is this: should federal tax dollars still go to these states to support programs like federal public safety grants when the policies in these cities do nothing but undercut the efforts of public safety? My answer is no more money for these states.
Yeah, why keep funding these bad actors? And even one of the aldermen from Chicago, she said that this woman, Gorman, was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I'll give you the final 10 seconds, Charles. Why do these people care more about illegal immigrants and protecting them than they do about our own American citizens, helpless, defenseless people that are just going about
some
their
dumb white
day,
teenagers
allowed
getting
to just
into
be
my
murdered?
business. Dumb white teenager doesn't know where I shot at.
Over common sense.
Some
That's
nigger
what
shooting,
Democrats are
going out to
doing.
a
That's what
cornfield
they're
to shoot in the
currently
sky.
doing right now with the shutdown of DHS. They are extremely weak when it comes to protecting the American public.
Charles Marino, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for being here this afternoon.
Thanks, Ike.
All right, and still ahead on Ike Wingate America, an unlikely hero. We show you the story of a corgi saving a pack of dogs in China. The viral video that is capturing the hearts of millions online, coming up next.
Hi, I'm Jane Seymour, and I spent years on TV playing a doctor. But I learned about the heartbreaking reality of heart disease and stroke when they touched my own life. My father nearly died before having a quadruple bypass and valve replacement that saved him. And my mom, who was my inspiration, suffered a stroke that took away her speech, her ability to move, and ultimately her life. To see someone so vibrant, so positive, who'd survived so much in life, be debilitated by a stroke, it was devastating. And also a wake-up call. And that's why I'm so passionate about supporting the American Heart Association. They're doing more every day to stop needless deaths. But they simply can't do their life-saving work without you. So please call now or go to helpheart.org. And for only $19 a month, just 63 cents a day, your donation will go to work to do amazing things, like fund the next medical breakthrough, get the next person trained in CPR, and the next hospital certified in high-quality cardiovascular care. I hope that you'll open your heart right now and join me. Please call now or go to helpheart.org, give $19 a month, and we'll send you this special t-shirt that you can proudly wear to show that you're part of a community of monthly donors who are helping save lives. A healthy heart, it's the spirit of life. It makes it possible to do the things that you love, to spend time with your friends and family and fulfill your life's dreams. But so many won't have that chance. Heart disease is America's #1 killer and the #1 killer of women. And that's why I'll do whatever I can to make sure others don't die from heart disease before their time. So please join me. Call the number on your screen or go to helpheart.org and help save even more lives. Thank you.
Newsman, you like Newsmax? I like it too. Newsman, you like Newsmax? I like it too.
It's true. Millions of Americans agree with President Trump, and they're switching to Newsmax. They're watching great shows with Greta, Carl Higbie, Rob Schmidt, Finnerty, and more. If you're tired of big media, start watching Newsmax. It's free to start. Go to newsmaxplus.com for immediate access. Get all of President Trump's most important events live. Imagine watching Mike Huckabee's Israel Report, our Melania documentary, Clint Eastwood, Charlie Kirk specials, even the movie Jesus of Nazareth by Franco Zeffirelli. Once you start Newsmax Plus, you won't stop. So try it for free. Go to newsmaxplus.com, then download the app. It's easy. So make the switch to Newsmax Plus today.
And now to Caught Doing Good, we're talking about dogs. 7 dogs in China are capturing hearts around the world after a remarkable escape. They were led by an unlikely hero, a corgi. Take a look at the video here of these puppies, the group of pups believed to have been stolen for the dog meat trade. They broke free and traveled nearly 11 miles back toward their home village. Now, video shows the corgi named Dapang, which apparently means big fatty. Yeah, that makes sense. This corgi took the lead, guided the pack all the way back, repeatedly looking back to make sure none of the others were left behind. And of course, the video went viral, racking up more than 230 million views online, sparking calls for stronger animal protection laws. Here's an idea. How about not eating dog meat? That would probably be a good start, but great story to end the show on. That's all the time we have for today.
It was 23 exotic dancers. Had a good time.
Keep it right here.
Appreciate it.
Todd Starnes is up next here on Into. Have a great night.
He turned down $23 million.
Off limits to David Harris Jr. And there's no apologies because he's armed with common sense, real faith, and the truth. Don't miss it on The Pulse tonight.
I said I wanted to do a show where I didn't talk about it. It's hard. It's not.
If you're injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Pick up the phone, call now.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
I do this stuff. I do this dumb kids sitting outside in the cold.
Was blind, but now I see.
They're just young people, hungry, homeless, and vulnerable. Abused youth often feel safer on the street. Now, more than ever, that's the most dangerous place of all. Covenant House is helping young adults facing homelessness. We're providing safe shelter to thousands, but the need is overwhelming, and no young person is ever turned away. Please call or go online now with your gift of $19 a month to help a young person. You'll provide safe shelter, hot meals, and medical care. Your gift will show them they're loved. Homeless young people are afraid and alone with nowhere else to turn.
You want to know that there's somewhere you can go that's safe. So the Covenant House did that for us.
Please call now with your gift of $19 a month. We'll send you this blanket as a reminder of the comfort your gift provides a young person tonight. Please don't wait. Your gift is the lifeline a young person needs now. Call the number on your screen or go online to safeplacetosleep.org. Thank you for saving precious lives.
Hello, Americans. This is the Todd Starnes Show. Coming up, 9/11 memorials desecrated in California and New York City. Should Americans be concerned about the rise of Islam? Glenn Beck joins me in a Newsmax exclusive. President Trump and Democrats about to play Let's Make a Deal. Senator Marsha Blackburn and Congressman Pete Sessions offer their take. And you've probably heard about goat yoga, but what about yoga with a sword? Our great conservative ladies panel has opinions. The Todd Starnes Show starts right now.
That's so weird.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for watching. Memorials to the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks were desecrated in New York City and in Concord, California. The memorials were...
I hear women with the... Anything about women with the sword, it automatically gets like...
Jihad on American soil. slaughtering nearly 3,000 of our fellow countrymen.
Weird
In Concord, the Muslims draped a banner over the 9/11 memorial inside the Memorial Gardens Cemetery. It was later removed after much outrage from local residents. Danny Kimmel telling NBC News the 9/11 memorial was actually located right in front of where his mother is buried. Said it was a punch in the gut, says his mother was rolling over in her grave. And in New York City, Muslim prayer rugs were thrown across a memorial.
Flooded yoga studio.
Nearly 400 firefighters who were killed on 9/11.
Standing water.
One firefighter writing on X, as someone who respects the sacrifices made by all FDNY members, I believe the Muslim group involved, along with city leadership, showed a real lack of sensitivity. The memorial was located inside the Fire Department of New York's headquarters. And top brass say they meant no disrespect, but many are wondering if the desecrations were unintentional or if there is perhaps something else going on. Are the Islamists sending a message? Well, they certainly have a history of invading and conquering nations dating all the way back to the 7th century. Christians and Jews have been slaughtered and the cultural heritage of the conquered nations destroyed. The American people would do well to take a crash course in Islamic history, ladies and gentlemen. The message that is inscribed on that fire department memorial is a declaration. We will never forget. But I'm afraid that's exactly what we've done. We've forgotten. And there will be a price to pay for that. Well, joining me now is Glenn Beck, host of the Glenn Beck program, founder of The Torch, and he has a very important documentary out exposing the Islamist blueprint for conquering the West. Glenn, good to see you. I'm just curious, what do you make of what happened at Fire Department headquarters there in New York City?
You know, not knowing any of the groups involved, you know, I would only be speculating, but after doing this documentary, it took us 4 months to make it, and after putting it together, I just don't believe that there is such a thing as a coincidence. I mean, it is a stated goal to turn America into an Islamic state, get rid of our Constitution, our constitutional freedoms, and it is a very well-laid plan. I mean, on the documentary, we showed that a group that was actually tied to the Muslim Brotherhood, which is a terrorist organization, was...
These people don't believe in God anymore when Kylie and Frankie can't be anything, and then the black Ohioans can't be something.
And that just shows
and Amber and Charlotte
they have been working on
don't believe in God anymore.
for a very, very long time.
They've just been preached the Bible wrong.
Just last week, I want to play a bit of our
preach from the back end instead of the.
I'm just wondering, do you have any regrets by what you
looking
posted?
towards the future instead of
No, I don't have any regrets
looking
whatsoever,
back as it's
Todd. The
happened
enemy is
before.
inside our gates. We
As it
got
always
here.
happens.
Joe Biden and Barack Obama brought them here by the thousands. It's a disgrace. You know,
What's wrong with the Bible?
Teach
It's
Sharia law,
taught wrong.
You need to go home.
Glenn, I know a lot of
changed.
folks saw that. What do you think about what the senator just said there?
100% agree. If you're into Sharia law, that is absolutely un-American. It's not constitutional. And remember, Sharia law is a political and governmental base. It's not religious. When we're talking Islamists, you're not talking a religion. You are talking about a political movement to overthrow countries and take control of the country. Sharia law, we cannot have two sets of laws. We can't. We can't. It will not survive. England is going through this. Germany is going through this. If we don't wake up now,
You can't have two sets of laws, but you can't. Yeah, exactly.
5 years ahead of us. But as the documents show, that
Things have to be the way that says that they are.
For a global
got legal protocols, and then we also got
targeting it, and it's time we take it seriously.
Also, like,
you know, after 9/11,
criminal definitions, like court definitions, like a crimes. In order for a crime to be a crime, someone has to be an offender, and someone has to be offended.
We did not pay attention. In fact, we've ignored what's happening in our own communities. Dearborn. How about Minnesota? What is happening? This is not a coincidence.
Yeah,
This is
it's
not.
like
They are not
like I was
melting
saying.
into our
In
society.
order for a crime to be a
This
crime,
is a
someone has to be the
problem
offender.
because
Someone has to be the
for
offended.
many,
When
the
me and these
goal
women hung
is
out, it was their
Sharia law.
idea, and neither of us were offended.
So Glenn, I want to
But
talk
now
about
they
the
want to
primary
make it seem
exposing
like
the
we can both be
Islamist
the
blueprint for
offenders.
conquering
And
the
when
West.
they
And
lied,
equipment
that
is
they
available
didn't tell the truth that
exclusively
we were
on the
hanging out
internet.
on the streets like
You
that.
say that we're
They
sort of
told they lied
missing
that
the real
I
long-game
got
strategy here.
a
Again, I don't want
raging
us to focus
erection
on
and raped and
9/11
murdered
or the
them.
recent terror attacks.
It
But
never
what
happened.
do you mean by the long-term strategy?
That's
Long
why
game
they're the
here.
sex offenders. They know that
Global
the
caliphate.
gentleman could get like that.
You know, you remember the days when I had a chalkboard years ago, and I put on the chalkboard Islamists,
There's a law for all the loser
radicals,
prostitutes
anarchists
that
will work together.
everybody's
to
just as much of a
destabilize
sex
the Middle
offender as
East,
they
Europe,
are.
and America.
Just as
to
ballsy of a sex
overthrow
offender out
the
in
Western
public as
world.
they are.
And everyone said that was crazy on so many fronts. One, they would never work together.
They asked me if I hung out with prostitutes. I said, I hung out with women for relationships. I didn't just hang out with dumb, dirty prostitutes for one night stand.
It is the alliance of the
I ain't
Marxists,
butt
radicals,
fuck them
along with
and
the
slap
green
them
radicals,
around
which
and
are
like dog
Islamists,
and piss on them
the
or
ones who
anything.
want,
I hung out with
Sharia
women for
law. They are
relationships.
working hand in hand because they have
I let them do
one
whatever
goal in hand, and
whatever
that
dirty
is
stuff they do
destruction of the
to men
Western
for a
world,
relation.
destruction
Snag them
of
off the street.
capitalism. It is well documented. I mean, go to Stop the Conquest.
They asked me if
you
I was.
watch the
So did you
special,
hang
I
out
think
with
on Thursday,
prostitutes?
I'm
Would you
coming
hang
out
out
with
with? Did you hang out with sex
handbook
offenders?
that gives you all of the
Prostitution's a
documents in
sexual
their
offense.
own words.
He asked me if
What
I
they
was
are
hanging out with
saying
sex
they're
offenders.
doing
I
to
said
America. You know, in
I hung out with
1999,
women,
I
not
was
sex
on the air at
offenders,
WABC,
not
and
prostitutes.
I actually stood up for the action that Bill Clinton took when he bombed the aspirin factory. I don't know if you remember that. And
I never lied. I didn't hang out with them or have sex with them. I just said I just had a good attitude about it. Wasn't a bitch about it.
read his words.
That's why I'm
And
not a
no one
John.
took me seriously
Wasn't a
then.
bitch
I
hanging
said,
out
I
with them.
tell
Wasn't a
you,
bitch when it came
within
back
10
when it
years,
came
there will be
down
blood
to it.
bodies
We
and
were both
buildings in
consenting
the
adults.
streets of Manhattan,
It was
and
their
put
idea.
his name on. That was 1999.
I wasn't ballsy enough to
2001,
ask
we saw
them
his
for
work.
sex
The
for
same
money.
warning I issue now. They are telling us what they're doing. In their own words, they're telling us what they're doing to the West. We must pay attention. Have to.
Glenn,
Thought
here's
law.
what concerns me. I'm an evangelical, and
Stay over
I
there
see our
and
evangelical
stay in your
churches
neighborhood.
standing
Don't
up and
make up with
to
some
this fight,
suburban
even so
guy.
much as educating
Suburban guy's a
Christians
sex offender,
about what
touchy
the
feely,
Islamists really want. I think
rapist,
we're certainly
murderer,
seeing
drug
a
dealer.
robust experience, people going back to the Catholic Church, but do you see the Christian community at large here in America understanding what I consider to be a clear
That's what their
present
ghetto
danger?
men do. I'm not from
So
the
I will
ghetto.
tell you, I'll go further than you will, and probably most will, and probably what's good for me. But I believe there is a possibility that we are living in the end of days. Especially what's happening in
These weren't that important.
the 12ers in Iran.
Ohioans, you wanted to put a spotlight on. Why?
They were so radical that the Ayatollah Khomeini said they could not be part of the revolution. Which, by the way,
Bunch of Ohioans, you want to put a spotlight on. Why? 1708 on Lima Island for all these Ohioans, all these baby dads.
All of the
Like,
religious,
please.
combining and overthrowing. And then after the Islamist revolution with the Marxists, they killed all the Marxists. But anyway, the 12ers are so dangerous because they believe that the 12th Imam, the Mahdi, is coming. And when you wash the world in blood, the Mahdi will come, and that will bring it'll bring Jesus, who they believe will testify to Allah and say to Christians, you're on the wrong side. They are right now, many of the 12ers in Shia Islam are saying that Donald Trump is the Dajjal, the Antichrist. They are fighting a religious battle. Whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter. They are.
Right.
It's
Thomas Jefferson said,
it's a mentally ill cult. That's what all religions are. They just have enough people to say that there's something magical about it.
American copies in English of the Quran from Jefferson. He put a warning in there. One of the things he said at the end of that war, because we didn't finish the job, he said, we must pay attention to these people. He said they are serious about their religion. This is our first foreign war, and if we're not careful, it will be America's last foreign war.
Man, what year is it?
It's shocking, and Glenn,
We still live in flat Earth. Like, man, put some clothes on and work a job. Go to City Up. Quit crying about your tranny gods.
Just go to stoptheconquest.com and give you all the details there. And on Thursday, a workbook is coming out so you can share it with friends.
Yeah.
Okay, this is great stuff.
Put a suit on. Go to skyscraper. Quit crying about your tranny gods.
Thank you.
All right, Glenn Beck, everybody. Meanwhile, President Trump, well, he was in Memphis, Tennessee yesterday touting the remarkable success of the Memphis Safe Task Force. According to data from the City of Memphis Safer Communities dashboard, overall crime down more than 43% compared to this time last year. I want you to listen to mom and her emotional thank you to President Trump yesterday for bringing safety back to the city.
For the Memphis Safe Task Force, I just didn't hear about crime, I lived it. I watched friends and people that I love lose their lives to the senseless violence. I've attended funerals that never should have happened. I've seen families.
Quit crying about why you guys are violent. You think you have a reason to be violent and beat your wives and your tranny gods, your bitch ass gods that allow you to do it. Like,
You, my president, stepped in. I need you to understand
your outlaws,
what that meant for families like
and I want my son to be a female.
In a matter of weeks, we felt a difference. Today, I could sit out on my porch and drink tea and peace.
Oh, my son to be a female and for the whole world to see
Go
it.
outside and play in our backyard again.
That's what the
and for the first time in
son's father, what the greatest man's father is going to do. He's going to be God of the world.
Wow, what a story and what a response here from the crowd. In the crowd yesterday, not only yours truly, but also Senator Marsha Blackburn. Senator,
that's how
good
grimy.
to have you with
That's how
us.
grimy humans
And
are, is what the Bible
thing
says.
that was to hear that precious mom talking about how much President Trump has changed her city.
It was really quite amazing. Her name is Delisha Ballinger, and I understand she's been very active on social media. And she started watching this issue when State Senator Brent Taylor started Make Memphis Matter. And then she's followed the work that I've done, work that you have done, Todd, as we
my
built
drugs.
awareness.
Don't try to put me in on those because I took a single hit and didn't like the taste of it. Didn't like the
happen in Memphis with crime dropping.
Never did it
shows
again.
You what happens when local, state, and federal officials work together to bring local, state, and federal agencies to address a problem.
So they need to be talking
and
right
of
now.
course,
I have some
crime
ideas though.
in Memphis had been a problem. And not only is
interracial
Memphis safer, all of Shelby County, all of West Tennessee
Loser
is
ice
safer
user.
because of
Loser
this.
ice user female.
You know, Senator, I gotta call you out on something though. It was your efforts. You're the one who went directly to President Trump and said,
Yes.
"Mr. President, we've got a problem here." So I just want to say, as a citizen of Memphis, thank you for the work you're doing, because it would be easy to sort of dismiss what's happening in this part of the state, but you made that your mission.
I made it a priority. I was determined that we were not going to let the crime rate continue to rise. You know, in 2024, Memphis was the most dangerous city per capita in the entire country. And today, Memphis is becoming one of the safest cities in the country. Indeed, what we are seeing is that the crime rate in Memphis, with it falling, it is the lowest it has been since the turn of the century. Think about that. That is the difference that has been made.
My prostitutes got me started
Senator,
on
I
smoking
want to
crack.
switch gears here real quick. There's some new polling data that came out. Of course, you're running to be governor, and we'll get back to some national topics here momentarily. There's some pretty significant
whatever you want to call them,
showing
drug
that
dealers.
you right now are on your way
Getting some women started on some drugs.
landslide victory to become the first female governor of the state of Tennessee. What is it that you're hearing from people out there? You've been traveling all across the state. What have you been hearing from your constituents?
And you're right. We're in every county in the state every year listening to Tennesseans. And people are so grateful for our Tennessee values. And they feel like that Tennessee has been a
I smoke weed by
well-led,
myself without any of
well-governed
these
state.
people.
And because of
Without any of
this,
these prostitutes,
we
without
ought to
Brittany,
be
without
able
anyone.
to
I was
be
a weed Andy.
America's conservative leader. I
Went
want
back to
people
weed
to look
Andy.
at Tennessee and
All
say,
these people
we
use
are
ice
the
and meth and
freest
all that.
state in the country.
Delisha.
I think that would be a good
Right
thing.
Hootin',
With
tootin',
the lightest
fun time.
regulation and the most
White drugs.
individual
Not all
freedom. And
niggers to do it.
President
No,
Trump
Andy's
every day is sending back power, money,
nobody
authority.
Ohioan. All the Andes. All the Andes, friends and butt rapists or ex users and butt rapists, famous for having done a drug that Andy got suckered into and taking a puff of in front of the cops.
How you deal with benefits, permitting, regulation, codes,
Try to sit here and
zoning,
lie that that's
all
why
of
the cops
those
came on
issues.
so horny
And
towards
I know
Andy and
it's
his
going to be a
family.
great time to actually be doing another part of service for my fellow citizens.
Schizophrenic deadbeat.
I want to switch gears back to what's happening up in Congress
Schizophrenic
right now.
meth
We're on the
head deadbeat.
39th
That's
day
what they
of the
came up with.
shutdown. ICE seems to be doing a terrific job of filling in at those TSA checkpoints. There have been some rumblings of a possible deal in the works, negotiating a compromise with
me
Democrats.
Alice.
Where do you stand on all of that?
Yes, what we know is that
They'll
some
call me
of our
Alicia. They'll call me
appropriators and the
Alicia,
president are looking at funding DHS. There are some funds that we can use through the big beautiful
So
bill.
the guy on Craigslist
And
came
then
out.
long term, doing a public safety
back there.
reconciliation and addressing the DHS funding, the federal law enforcement. You know, Todd, we have to keep in mind the Democrats have had as their
Tom
goal
Brady.
abolishing
Call
ICE
me
and
Thomas,
defunding federal law enforcement. That has
ex-boyfriend,
been their
Thomas.
stated objective.
Gave him the
And
Andy
so
Y.
it's pretty hard to make a deal with people who do that. We do think that there is a workaround that we can do and then do a reconciliation bill which we can pass with 51 votes.
All right. Well, Senator, we're going to have to leave it before I let you go, though. I mean, I think maybe the biggest story of all,
hit in my life.
President
Didn't
Trump
like it. Didn't
getting
even
the
like how it
exclusive
tasted.
tour of Graceland. He actually got to go inside the jungle room. What the heck? You and I can't even do that.
Well, he was really excited. He said Elvis is one of the entertainers that he never met. And so to be able to go to Graceland, he talked about it all the way back to D.C.
Oh, that's terrific. Senator, great to see you yesterday and great to see you today here on Newsmax. Thank you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
All right. Well, coming up, there's a new Republican effort to end that shutdown. Congressman Pete Sessions will join us to
I didn't
talk
get to go
about
to
that
my world.
and much more.
I didn't go to Graceland. This is my $17 trillion. That's why they're trying to act like somebody else is the winner right now because they owe me. So the only black guy they thought wasn't going to be better than everybody.
The emergency radio gives you the vital information you need.
Me $17 trillion. A lot of this is some dumb random white teenagers. Money.
It doesn't need batteries and works in any emergencies. It retails for
teenagers
$30.
world, random
You
white
can get it
teenagers
with the
land.
free offer. Call
Time,
or go
money,
online and get the
anything.
emergency radio today. Your life may depend on it.
They line up by the thousands, each one with a story that breaks your heart. Like Rivette, every step brought her pain. Their only hope, Mercy Ships, the largest floating civilian hospital in the world, bringing free surgeries to people who have no other hope. $19 a month will help provide urgently needed surgery for so many still suffering. So don't wait. Call 888-448-7689 or donate at mercyships.org.
If you could help reduce the urge to go to the bathroom due to your aging prostate,
People hide or listen to me on my cell phone the whole time and a microchip.
Of course you would.
Microchip
And now
since
you can.
June of 2018, cell phone since I was 20 years old at least.
Supplement for men
And act like they don't know everybody that I've hung out with is exactly what I said they are.
Of an aging prostate. It was specially formulated for men by noted medical doctor, Dr. David Brownstein.
Users and Andy's users and butt rapists need to win something. Andy needs to feel like trash.
Combined with 15 other important
compared to some dumb prostitutes crying that they don't have any more heroin.
Helps promote normal prostate function.
Autistic working Andy needs to be killed. Needs to be killed for their heroin.
You can try Prostate Revive risk-free.
Simply call or visit our website now, and we'll send every new customer a risk-free 30-day trial of Prostate Revive. You discover the low shipping and handling. This is a $39.95 value, so don't delay. Call or go online today.
And welcome back to the Todd Stern Show. White House officials are reportedly saying President Trump will support a Republican-backed effort to reopen the Department of Homeland Security without funding for ICE. Now, the president was asked about his support for the deal in the Oval Office. Watch his response.
Well, I'm going to look at it, and we're going to take a good hard look at it. I want to support Republicans, and, you know, sometimes it's awfully hard to get votes when you have Democrats that don't want to have voter ID. They don't want to have proof of citizenship. They don't want to do anything about men playing in women's sports. That's one of the items we put on, you know.
Yeah.
All right, joining me now, Congressman Pete Sessions from Texas. All right, you heard the president there, Congressman. He previously said, by the way, there would be unless the Save America Act was passed. What do you make of all of this?
I was laughing at the person in my chat. That's funny.
When you look at the long line,
Not laughing at him, laughing with them.
At a very
That's funny.
difficult time. It's called spring break, when the commerce of this country is already reeling with a little bit of indecision around world affairs. So I think that what our Senate colleagues are attempting to do is to fund DHS minus ICE, as I understand it. Does that make sense? Well, I think funding the airport operations, funding the things that need to take place. You know, there was a huge storm in Hawaii over the weekend, and while I still held, at least as of this morning, the belief that I would hold the position I was in, but know that two senators from Hawaii would be in trouble, I'm willing to listen.
Are you missing me?
Congressman, I just don't get this. We've been down this path so many times where Senate Republicans hold the majority and they always give it up. There really is no compromise here. It's really capitulating to what the Democrats want. Kristi Noem's already out.
I want to live in Hawaii.
Democrats were pretty adamant about
one of my
that.
houses.
Seems to me that's the compromise. So let's get this thing done and let's go ahead and
I don't have
fund
money.
Everybody. But if the
I don't just want a few
Republicans
houses.
this, Congressman,
I take care of them all,
I
and then
see that this
gotta
is going
have,
to be a win for our side of the
so-
aisle.
No, I'm not just crying for money.
I want to completely agree with you. As I told you, I have not gone that direction yet. But
They lied that any of these people were crying for houses. They were crying for heroin.
would be foolish. The bottom line
They
is,
even think
that
about
I feel like that
They're crying for
two
heroin.
senators from Hawaii, after the 18-inch rain and the billion-dollar damage, they need FEMA. They need FEMA operating. And it just, I don't know the trigger
brought a
point
black
would be
human, brought a
that we
human
would
into
ever
the
gain the upper hand. And the ICE operations are vitally important to this nation. They're vitally important to rule of law. They're vitally important to the things that we as Republicans agreed that we would do.
It's
to
a
back
mystery.
away from that, once again, is not something that
Yeah,
I'm
how
for.
love can
You
work
asked
out
me about this, and I
sometimes.
think I would.
Are you
it would not
missing
be a
me?
Pete Sessions-like thing to say I'm not willing to at least listen
Wonder.
to what some of my colleagues from the Senate believe.
No. Look,
I don't have to agree with them.
Yeah, and that's fair enough.
Get you out of
No,
my
I get that. And look, I can respect that position. And there's nothing wrong with listening. House Freedom Caucus, they're responding to all of this, the new plan to pass the Save America Act. Guys, if we can get that up on the screen, please. Here's what they had to say. It may not even be possible under the Senate's arcane rules and would allow Democrats to offer unlimited amendments on the bill. This is gaslighting. The American people are not stupid and will not accept more failure theater from Republicans. And I have to imagine the House Freedom Caucus referring to whatever's happening with the Save America Act, which I've already prepared my radio audience for. I don't think that's going to get out of the Senate.
Save America from Kylie and Frankie. Dad's like Kylie and Frankie.
Not get out of the Senate, but
Amber. Save America from those people, from Ohio.
Should take it
From
as
the typical
far as
Ohioans.
we can and highlight those that are not. And I think finding a side door, a back door, or a trap door out of this issue is not something that I would be for. But I'm willing to listen, and I think that we will hear.
Save America from typical Ohioans.
Congressman, we're going to have to leave it there. We sure do appreciate you coming on Newsmax this evening. Thank you.
You betcha.
All right, an exclusive opportunity for our Newsmax 2 viewers. That's you folks. My new book is available to pre-order, and it is a great way to mark America 250. It's called The Golden Age, How Trump Saved America, 300-page book about how the president delivered on his campaign promises and what we must do to make sure Republicans win the midterm election. Now, the book includes exclusive interviews with the president and many other administration officials. The Golden Age, How Trump Saved America. You can pre-order today online at Barnes & Noble and Amazon, or of course your local favorite bookstore. Coming up, well, we head to the White House for an update on an important day for President Trump. Stick around.
Rick Leventhal reported on the biggest stories of our time. Now he's fighting to bring you the truth, no matter what it takes. Watch the Leventhal Report.
Weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern on Newsmax 2.
If you're happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Thousands of kids just like me are happy every day.
And it's all because
good for you.
of generous people like you who support Shriners Hospitals for Children every month.
All you have to do is call the number on
You
your
gotta do is
screen
clap your
or go
hands,
online
people.
to loveshriners.org right now with your monthly gift.
Because of people like you, Shriners Hospitals for Children is able to make an everyday miracle happen for kids like me.
If you're happy and you know it.
If you're happy and you know it, play a song.
Play a song.
Happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it, take a shot.
Take a
And
shizzle.
Go online right now to donate $19 a month or
That's
more.
funny.
We'll send you this
I shot at the
adorable
cornfield.
Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you, and a reminder of all the smiles you're bringing to kids' faces every day.
That's funny.
Will today be the day you send your love to the rescue?
When you call the number on your screen right now and give as little as $19 a month, just 63 cents a day, you'll be making a life-changing difference for a child, just like Sarah.
Your monthly gift today could change your
You
life.
said what?
Because of you.
We are happy and we know it. Thank you.
Yeah, damn, I know. Tell me about it.
Thank you. Please call or go online right now to give. If operators are busy, please wait patiently or go to loveshriners.org right away.
President Trump speaking earlier today about U.S. talks with Iran and the next steps in resolving the conflict in the Middle East. White House correspondent Mike Carter has the latest from the North Lawn.
All speculation on just who the U.S. is talking to inside Iran remains just that, speculation. But today, President Trump saying yesterday Iran gave the U.S. a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money, and that it was oil and gas related, and that it shows the U.S. is dealing with the right people. Now, Axios is reporting that Egypt, Pakistan, and Turkey are all acting as intermediaries right now to pass messages between the U.S. and Iran. And today, Pakistan's Prime Minister
Hey, give me any money.
Pakistan welcomes and fully supports ongoing efforts to pursue dialogue to end the war in the Middle
$17
East
trillion.
in the interest of peace and stability in the region and beyond. Subject to concurrence by the U.S. and Iran, Pakistan stands ready and honored to be the host to facilitate meaningful and conclusive talks for a comprehensive settlement of the ongoing conflict.
We're in negotiations, as it turned out, and now you've seen what I said yesterday was exactly correct. We're in negotiations right now. They're doing it along with Marco, JD. We have a number of people doing it, and the other side, I can tell you, they'd like to make a deal. And who wouldn't if you were there? Look, their Navy's gone, their Air Force is gone, their communications are gone. That's the biggest problem. It's very hard to communicate.
Well, meanwhile, the New York Times reporting today that Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is urging President Trump to continue military operations with Iran, saying the Crown Prince sees a historic opportunity to remake the region. The Times, citing people familiar with conversations, says the two men have had a series of conversations over the last week, with MBS conveying to the president that he must press toward the destruction of Iran's hardline government. Also today, President Trump speaking by phone with India's Prime Minister Modi, who says he spoke with the president and is calling for the de-escalation and restoration of peace at the earliest. Modi wants to see the safe and secure reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, saying it's essential for the whole world. At the White House, for Newsmax, I'm Mike Carter.
Essential improvements.
All right, joining me now, Wendy Patrick, host of Today with Dr. Wendy on KCBQ in San Diego. Wendy, good to see you.
So some other black guys, New World Order and essential improvements
and I'm not
gift
even
from
sure
God
at this
and
point why we
Destiny from
are
Lima,
over there.
Destiny
and I'm wondering
Island.
if we need to have a bit of a comms strategy
And
coming out of the
sacrifices,
White House saying,
turn on $23 million.
this is what we're trying to accomplish over there.
Dad and 12 baby mamas, 14, 15
Todd,
kids.
that would be great to have that kind of a calm strategy.
Man job.
Because it would
That's
really
called
quell
that's
the
called plumber
fears,
and
the anxiety suffered by so many of the American people that don't exactly know the answer to that question. However, it's ironic that President Trump is also saying Iran doesn't have a calm strategy because they're so fractured right now, they can't even really respond accurately to his representations that he's doing what he does best, negotiating a deal. What he claims he's doing over there
is no deal.
is exactly the type
He lost.
Pursuing the golden age.
Some needle users. There's enough of them to enough people to. Oh, Andy, $17 trillion.
Which is why he hasn't
These people aren't. Don't have enough people against them to be worth $17 trillion. I could charge them and all of their families.
Not only a calm strategy as to why we're
there. Every person has a hand on their shoulder.
Now, given that the president has said we do not want this to be a long war, but then why are we sending more people over there? So this is probably
I don't all these whites, don't all these blacks, anything. I'm mixed. Not a racist. It's one of your people.
And you know what? I get that, and I'm all for that, and I appreciate the fact that we're not getting anything leaking out of the Pentagon, which is a bit refreshing. But I think the concern is the American people.
I don't owe the whites anything, don't owe the blacks anything.
In, like, oh my God, we're
the racist. I'm the mixed guy.
Last night in Texas, they had a little
one of your people that are racist.
Refinery. Oh my God, we're under
one of the people on your team of the group of Ohioans is racist. If not all of them.
I think that's probably an understatement, given that they see what's going on. They see what's going on in Israel. They see what's going on in the neighboring countries. And although we have a lot going on social media with foreign leaders talking about how they're in support of some of these operations, you're right. You know, if we didn't recognize how long-range missiles were already in existence over in Iran, why would they share any intelligence with us that would lead us to believe we're safe? We're out of the woods. We're too far. That's something that Israel found out the hard way, that we're worried other countries are going to find out the hard way, and everyone's right to be on edge. But one thing that the president can continue to say, to the extent that he is able, is that we are safe and that there are ongoing negotiations that are in the best interests of quelling fears on both sides. And that's what he tried to do today. That's probably what he's going to do in his next press conference. But it's also true, Todd, that as you know, and as other people have stated on your show, it's virtually impossible, given the absence of good communication information we have.
How many people I've been with? I don't know who these people are.
To say that everybody's going to be able to sleep soundly without a little bit of fear. It's not necessarily paranoia, it's preparedness.
No.
Yeah, and that's a great way of looking at it. I do want to switch though to this shutdown.
Said that they had a problem with
trying
me
to put
for
together some
8
sort
years.
of a plan. President Trump, we understand, rejected one of the plans to end the partial shutdown. Now he seems to be on board. How do you see all this playing out? Do you think
Wondering
we're
if I was
going
going
to
to
do
get
a
in trouble for
compromise here with the
prostitution or not.
Democrats?
Yeah, I think we're going in the right direction,
And
Todd. That
definitely
is
didn't
definitely true.
know anyone lied to me
Back
about
to
the
the
rape.
president's
So,
business acumen. I mean,
ever
when you
wonder
go from
about
the
that?
boardroom to the situation room, you bring that with you. And he has seen that it might be wise to decouple some of these deals because let's just face it, and everybody seems to be, just given what we've heard from both sides, everybody seems to be in favor of ending the shutdown if that can be sort of the thin to win strategy without also including some
They
of the
shut down every
concessions
day.
that both sides are
It's every day
never going to
shutdown for
agree
them.
on. As it stands now, it doesn't look like it's going to get out of the Senate.
Wake up hyped up and then go to
If the
bed shut
president
down.
were to think about how we can make it more
Wake up
narrow,
hyped up
then
for
when it get to reduce those
when
TSA
Andy
lines, people would be able to
looks
travel
at
again.
what's
ICE
going,
would
get to
probably be delighted to
feel
get
for
back
the
to the job
air
they were hired to
for
do, which is
a
not
couple
to screen
seconds.
passengers at airports.
Yeah.
Not that
I
they're
get shut back down
necessarily
in
doing
less than
that.
5-10 minutes.
Kind of doing a little bit more crowd control. But yes, as the eternal
Celebration
optimist,
while
I
Andy's
surely
sleeping.
hope
They're going to
that what
heaven
we're
with
hearing, we
Andy.
talk about leaking, there is a little bit of
And
leaking
wake back
on
up and
both sides that tends to
they
be
get
more
shut down in less than
optimistic that
5-10
we can come
minutes.
to a
Shut back down.
compromise to open the government and
Shut
fund
down all
TSA,
day.
at least in substantial portion, sooner rather than later.
We get a 5-10 minute day of winning with Andy before they're shut down again.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Thank you, Todd. Thank you.
And still ahead, my awesome ladies panel discussing the latest lunacy on the left, including why Marylanders want lady things in the men's room. We'll tell you about that coming up.
Oh, weird as fuck.
It used to be common. Our newscasters had common sense. They gave it to you straight, just the facts, and real news. John Bachman is like them. He tells it like it is. Catch him every weekday on Newsmax 2.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. Though you have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true, I will rescue you.
On streets across America, young people are homeless, abused, in danger. Covenant House is helping young people with nowhere else to turn. But the need is overwhelming.
Please call or go online now with your gift of $19 a month. You'll help provide hot meals, safe shelter, medical care,
And love to more than 2,000 young people who sleep at a Covenant House every night. Homeless young people are afraid and alone. Your monthly donation right now will show them they are loved and safe.
I have no words to express how Covenant House changed my life.
Call or go online now and give just $19 a month. We'll send you this comforting blanket as a reminder of the difference you're making in a young person's life. Call or go online now to safeplacetosleep.org.
All right, day 39 of the partial government shutdown. Although lawmakers may be closer to a deal to fund much of the Department of Homeland Security, more than 450 TSA officers, they punched out. They've quit, leaving after not getting paid, causing major delays and long lines at airports. Now, according to DHS,
Give me my money.
11% of TSA officers nationwide did not show up to work yesterday. This week, President Trump sent ICE agents to 14 major airports to assist with security screenings. Well, joining me now to talk all about that, Kay Smythe-Hill, a Newsmax contributor, and Newsmax contributor Mary Walter. Mary, to you first. So I'm just curious here. We're watching all of this play out. Delta Airlines announced today they're no longer going to let members of Congress skip the line. They're going to have to stand there with all the folks who fly steerage. What say you about that?
It's about time. No kings, power to the people. Yeah, the fact that, and this is something that the Democrats should be on board with, right? No kings, no authoritarians, no dictators. They're not better than us, right? So they should be on board with this, and they should be very upset with their Democratic representatives who voted against this. This is something that is long overdue. I hope the other airlines file suit. As far as Trump and ICE, first of all, the man is the most brilliant troll. I thought I was good. This man puts me to shame. Hilarious. I love it. But it does
not a
take
little
the
earthly
pressure
king.
off the Democrats to some extent, right?
You guys,
because now people aren't
language.
they're not being made miserable. Democrats love to make the American people miserable. Trump alleviated that. I hope he gets credit for alleviating it, and I hope they continue to hold Democrats' feet to the fire. And lastly, how nice was it to see the ICE agents handing out water instead of, separating families and killing people at the airports? You know, I didn't think that was going to happen to begin with, but, you know, for Democrats, hope springs eternal. So overall, great troll on the president's part.
Kay, I want to switch
Department
gears.
Maintenance
Maryland,
President.
a Republican lawmaker asking questions about a bill that would force all public buildings to provide tampons in the men's room. Let's take a listen.
What
Our boys putting stuff up their butts.
Tampons. I've never heard of such a thing. What do you
Yeah.
consider appropriate?
Man pawns. Or butt seepage.
It just means that tampons are offered. There's no specific size.
Oh,
Well, apparently
it
there's
smells
4
like
different
flowers.
sizes. So which one would you like them to use?
Just a regular sized tampon in the bathroom.
We're not having this conversation.
Oh, geez, Lou. All right, ladies, I'm just going to step back here. And, Kay, I'm going to let you debate the phrase appropriately sized
Get some lavender
tampons
smelling
for us.
tampons or something.
Well, okay, I don't even know where to start with this because there's the debate on like whether people should be using tampons anyway. I don't personally trust anything made in China, even though most of the stuff that we use these days is. But this is just, guys, weren't we past this? Didn't we elect Trump? I mean, I didn't. You guys can hear by my accent.
Where the women are putting those things,
country,
like,
although
guys are
I
going
know
to start.
how
It's
to
going to be a
get
thing.
an
Guys are
ID,
going to
those
start
sorts of
carrying
things.
purses.
So, you know, at some point in the future, maybe. But when we pass this, when we pass the point where we realize that men, A, don't need tampons, B, if they did, I dread to think where they would be putting them. In fact, I think the only thing any man should ever use a tampon for is for a nosebleed, as we saw Channing Tatum do in the movie. I can't remember what it's called, but it's based on a Shakespearean movie. It's one of the funniest moments ever in cinematic history. That is the only context in which men should be using tampons for comic effect during a nosebleed. That is it. I think that the fact that tax is going to be spent on this, how people are like rising up against it's just the kind of stupidity that kind of breaks my brain. And I thought being postpartum was enough to break my brain. This just made it even worse because I can't believe that we and how is this like? How is this man saying this with a straight face? Appropriately sized tampons. How is this man saying it with a straight face? He must have a lot of zeros behind him that are pushing him to do this. That's the
some
only
lavender.
reason.
Whoever's
only
saying
reason
this
someone
wants some
would
lavender,
choose to be this embarrassingly
scented
stupid.
tampons in the men's room. Pay 25 cents for them.
As much as I want you to weigh in on the ladies' unmentionable segment, we do
Boys are going to spend money on.
Switching gears, and
Or
our
need more than one.
Washington State High School did not have tampons, but did actually depict President Trump as a pig, a Klan member, a clown, and had references to assassination. ultimately removed after the student shared an image.
The new nuggies of the
Which
new nuggies of the
I'm
century.
just wondering, at what point does the art teacher step in and say, you know, I think we might need to self-edit a bit here?
All the things going up people's butts.
Yeah, well, it's an art teacher. Haven't we
New
pretty
school
much
nuggies.
determined that most artists are the ones with the purple hair
Shower
and all that
nuggies.
stuff and hate
Man.
Trump? And not all. I said most, so don't write the
got the
emails.
perfect
I don't
cotton
want to
for it.
hear it. I'm not condemning everybody. But when someone's saying, well, I'm an artist, or they're unemployed, or anything along those lines, you know the fringe, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It would not be surprising to me if said art teacher did have like purple hair and secretly thought that this was fantastic and it was beautiful art, because you know when this kid was doing this along the way as the project was going along, that art teacher had no oversight. Of course he or she did. Of course they did.
There's no argument for Meryl tampons that you can make.
They were like going, oh, this is going to be great. This is fantastic. But I'm going to let them do it. I'm going to blame the kid when it all comes to fruition. So I'm glad that they took it down, that cooler heads prevailed, and I'm glad they took it down. And by the way, Todd, you're a chicken for not having us expound any more on the tampons in women's bathroom topic.
Yeah, that's a discussion about the appropriate length of a segment. Ladies, finally, new craze sweeping across the nation. First, there was something
I don't think
called
this is
goat
funny.
yoga. Now there's something called sword yoga. Ladies in New York City and South Florida now wielding swords for exercise. Mary, I'm just curious, do you think that's going to be as popular as Pilates? Mary, you answer first, then Kay, wrap up for us.
Well, I think with this one, women need to know their limitations, because I'm a klutz. I walked into the refrigerator the other day and my husband's like, did you not see it? So like for me, this would be a no-go, because I would be in the ER within the first 15 minutes. So for me, it's a no-go. What happened to batons? Like, did we stop baton twirling? Right? Like, why does it have to be a day? And it's not even like a plastic sword. It's actually real. So I think you'd better know your limitations if this is something you're going to take on.
All right, Kay.
No, I mean, you absolutely nailed it, Mary. That was the first thing that I thought. I was just like, oh, that's an accident waiting to happen. But then I was like, why stop at swords? This is America. Why not gun yoga? Why not machete yoga? And we'll just go down the list. We'll just go down the list. We'll do a
handguns that had the flag to shoot out of it.
We'll just find every single one possible, every single type of weapon. I know that someone's going to be like, oh, well, there's like a Tai Chi, like, you know, chill element going on, like with this blah, 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 blah. No, someone's going to get hurt. Someone's going to get sued. But I still think that we should go for
women thinking about stabbing stuff is
I don't know. What other kind of things are there? Samurai sword yoga.
Well, ladies, we tried pig yoga here in Memphis, but somebody showed up with dry rub and a smoker, and it did not end well. Mary Walter, Kay Smythe-Hill, ladies, farewell.
Thank you.
Stay with us, folks. We have more news ahead. Oh, shoot.
Attention all seniors. You can now get up to $50,000 for your funeral and other final expenses, including your credit card debt, with no medical exam, starting at less than $1 a day.
Come on over, it's your turn.
Okay, Dad. It's great having the whole family back together like this.
I couldn't agree more. To tell you the truth, I'm just happy being out of a hospital bed.
You had us worried.
You and me both. That's why I'm planning ahead now. I made a call and found out I'm eligible for up to $50,000 in coverage for my final expenses.
$50,000. It's been an hour and a half.
Listen,
we could keep going, I guess.
Can be $10,000.
I have set to whenever.
Anyone in this family thinking about how they're going to pay for my debts or anything else like that. This way, no one has to worry.
I got this.
$1,000 is
a lot of money. How'd you get coverage? You just left the hospital.
Well, that's the thing. There's no medical exam. I even got coverage right over there.
I guess it has to be a banner for this show. I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it as a background though. One of these seasons. These seasons I do.
With your debt, call 800-637-6308 now and see if you qualify for up to $50,000. Funeral and other final expenses.
This weed that I have right now is trash.
exam, and you can be approved even if you have.
I'm thinking about
Your rates
my
increase. Your benefits can never be decreased, and your coverage can never be canceled. Call 800.
yeah, I might end the show right now. I'm probably going to have a show later on WeedWorldWide. So
$1 a day. Call.
join me for that later on. It'll be on whatever time. I don't know. Probably by 7:30. So peace, people.
Was exhausted.
Check out Smoking with Drew the Prophet every weekday, Monday through Friday, 4:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and watch out for my random smoke sessions throughout the week, Weed Worldwide. But peace, people. Love you. Bye.
Cannabis. Lord, I really want some of this. Bang, ding, 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 ding. Cannabis. Lord, I really want some of this. Got a lot I say, oh love. Never had it before. Now that I got it, I want it more. Tell him again, Josh. I say, oh